with Robin. Robin Gwaltney is from the Gwaltney Group, a local trustworthy real estate team. And this segment is all about topics, issues, information local homeowners, buyers, sellers need to know. And today we're talking about tiny homes. Thanks, Robin, for coming in again.
Of course.
So what's all the rage with tiny homes?
Tiny homes. Tiny homes are an affordable option.
Yes.
Some people are using them maybe to bring their aging parent into their backyard. I mean, there's a lot of uses for them. Much more common out west, California, Washington, Oregon. They have a lot more of it, but like everything else, it's just one of those fads that takes longer to get to the Midwest. I mean, we're kind of used to that. It's odd, though, because when you talk about tiny, they are talking pretty tiny.
So what's the square footage?
Like 100 to 400 square feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
So that's like a small apartment.
Yeah, very small. I mean, if you think about like a two-car garage, just to give you an idea, a two-car garage is typically 550 square feet.
Oh, wow.
So it's,
smaller than that.
But I mean, if you think about using the space well, and putting in there what you need, I mean, if you go to the big cities, like they live in very small spaces because there's small space to live in. But here, I mean, we are seeing more of it.
Okay.
Because a few years ago, I think back in 2023, there was some new ADU, which is accessory dwelling units. So you can bring another unit onto your current property.
Oh, okay.
And they were actually in 23 trying to encourage people to do it. So I think Olmsted County was offering up to $20,000 of money to help pay for some of the city fees to try to encourage it because we have such a shortage of affordable living, right?
Right.
And so it's another answer.
Yes.
And sometimes people have them and then maybe rent them to a medical student and it doesn't have to be a separate building. There's also like finish the little room above your garage or, something like that. So it's just a way to create more living spaces that are affordable. Because if you think about it, even if they do new construction at the high end, so like $450 a square foot, for 400 square feet of space, you're still looking at $180,000.
Yeah.
Which, for a new construction is unheard of.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's just a more affordable way to live.
Right.
Fewer taxes, less money to heat it, less electric bill, all the things.
It's a smaller space that might fit somebody's lifestyle, like maybe a one person, two person, maybe a dog in there, right?
Maybe. You better like the dog.
Right. So are these tiny homes permanent? Are they mobile?
It's a good question. They do both. They actually build them on foundations or they build some on wheels. Okay. So they can put them on a platform. If you think about like a mobile home in a mobile home park, they're not moving them every week.
Right.
They're not, but they can move them. So
Okay.
if they need to hook them up and move them to another area. So I think when they think about a tiny home on wheels, it's got a platform under it with wheels, but then it probably is skirted. So it looks like it belongs there, but could be moved. So yeah, it could be either or.
Okay. Well, are we missing anything about the tiny homes? Is there some things that the people back home need to know?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think that we will probably see more and more of them in Rochester. I think there are there's some needs that could be filled. Again, a lot of the rental properties, especially for young professionals starting out at Mayo or medical students, if you live in the walking distance and you can have a tiny home in your backyard or above your garage and make an opportunity for somebody to have a living space that's affordable, I think that's great.
Yes.
And it's also a great space if you have like an aging parent that they want a little bit of their independence. They don't want to maybe move in with you, but they would be happy to live out in the backyard.
Exactly. So if this interests somebody, we should contact you, right?
Absolutely.
How do we do that?
Just call me on my cell phone anytime. That number's 507-259-4926. Or you can look me up on the web, find my website, I'm pretty easy to find. You could literally Google Robin Realtor Rochester and you'll find me.
First one that pops up. Well, thank you so much, Robin, for coming in again. I'm happy to have you back next Thursday.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more Midwest Access right after this.